So I kind of like wrote out some of the dates already. So the first one was April, was when he came to the jail.
Hey, was that this year?
Yes.
Who did he speak with then?
No, hang on, I'm sorry, that's not right. That was last year.
18?
Yes.
Okay. Who did he speak with?
So when he came up here, he had came up to the jail like a couple days in a row, maybe even a couple weeks in a row, because I had officers saying that Armstrong was looking for you out in the parking lot. And then he finally, on whatever day it was in April, that's whenever he stopped me in the parking lot. He was waiting out at the dumpster door where we go out, and he was waiting outside there. And that's the first time that I made contact with him.
Okay, so that happened in April 2018.
Mm-hmm.
And then you said that you had multiple people tell you that he was looking for you.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know how many times this happened?
Probably like two or three times.
Okay.
Within like probably a 2 week span. And I didn't even know who, like Bolden, the lady that works at the jail, I was like, who is Armstrong? Why does he keep coming up here asking for me? And she said he's the guy that worked in booking. So I didn't even know who he was.
So Bolden?
Mm-hmm.
You know what she said?
Latasha Bolden, yes, she works on the transport for the jail. Because I called her this morning, and just because she has kind of she knows all about everything, so I was trying to remember when was the first time he came up here, and we both kind of decided it was around April. And I was like, I mean, I feel like I remember asking you, who is Armstrong? She's like, yeah, you absolutely did.
Do you know if anybody else that he contacted, did he contact anybody else?
He did. I remember he talked with Mr. D, Dalquist, for a long time, because Dalquist came up to me and said, Armstrong's been coming up here looking for you. He wants to talk to you. He said that he had talked to him for like 30 minutes. I have no idea what they talked about. And then I found out also that just like him asking people about me, so I used to date Jeremy that worked here, and Bolden had talked to Jeremy recently after he started showing up at my house. She was like, Armstrong's been showing up at Lauren's house, and he said it kind of makes sense because Armstrong had approached Jeremy and was like, hey, I heard that you and Lauren were together. How was that? You know, like, and he didn't know what he was just like, yeah, when we were. So it's just weird that he's like asking my ex-boyfriend like about me, how was that, or whatever he said.
Do you know when this was?
When Jeremy said that, probably like 3 weeks ago. So in June,
This is when Jeremy told you this?
Jeremy told Bolden this, and he told her that whenever Bolden told him, so it had to be probably like, I would say around June. I can call Bolden. I feel like I'm pretty and when that happened, should I call her? Or it was in June sometime.
Yeah, so I'm gonna talk to all these people.
Okay.
Okay, because, like I say, he's continuing the pattern, but at the same time, he's not really done anything yet as far as making any threats or anything like that. Now, I get freaked out by it, you're scared because this guy, you don't really even know
what he's going to be. Well, I don't know what his intentions are.
Right.
And I've only made, I didn't make contact with him yesterday whenever he showed up. I just decided just to call the police.
So, April he came to the jail, and then what do you got there next?
And then June 3rd was a Monday. That's when he showed up to the house, and that's the first time that he came. And I opened the door because I didn't know. I thought it was my friend that was on her way to my house, so I opened the door, and then it was him standing there. And that's when he said, "I'm here to tell you that I love you."
Okay.
And then I told him that day, right there on the porch, that don't come back over here, do you understand? Do not come back here. And he understood that, and he left.
Is that when you had the gun?
No.
Okay.
And then that Sunday, so June 9th, the Sunday, not even a week later, I just got home from Noah's baseball game. So I just pulled in, I got in the house. So I wasn't in the house probably 2 minutes when he knocked on my door. And that's when I went and I got my gun, and I was watching through the peephole, and he went to turn to walk off, and I just decided to go ahead, and I opened the door, and I just had it, I just had my gun. It's like, dude, I'm not gonna play with you. Like, I'm serious when I said don't come back over here, and I will fucking kill you if I have to. Do you understand where I'm coming from? And he's like, yes, I'm sorry. Don't call the cops, I'll leave. And then I asked, where do you even live? Like, why are you coming by my house? Where do you live? Like, where are you coming from? He said, I live in Waxahachie at the Bridgepoint Apartments. And I guess that was probably about it. Then he left after that.
And that's the day that our patrol deputies contacted him and issued him a criminal trespass.
And that's when I called, that was the first time I felt like I needed to call and get it reported.
Okay. And then, yesterday.
And that's July 7th, Sunday.
It was almost 5 o'clock.
Yeah, it was 4:30 when he showed up.
Okay, and were you home?
I was home, and I just happened to walk into the kitchen. I had my blinds open over my kitchen window, and I just looked, and I saw a car kind of going fast, and I just kind of looked, and then he pulled over real quick in front of my house, and it was just so casual for him. Just pull up, he gets out, like he's all confident walking across my yard in a suit and a tie. I'm like, what the hell is this? You're here for your funeral, you think we're about to get married? I don't know. It's crazy.
And you did not confront him then?
No, I went and I grabbed my gun out of the gun box, and I called 911, and I stood in my window where he couldn't see me because I bought a new door because my last door didn't deadbolt real good, and so the new door doesn't have a peephole, so I can't really watch him see what he's doing, but I knew the cameras were on. I even went and had to get cameras for him, it's crazy. So the cameras were on. I just stood at the window and watched him, and he stood out there maybe 30 seconds, and then I just thought, well, I'm not going to confront him today. I'm going to call the police, make a report. And then he left. He drove off all fast, like blew a stop sign by my house, because I have 2 cameras, and it showed him. It was like mad, like, hey!
Can you send me that?
So it'll be 3 in all, because it'll be the one where he pulls up, and then the camera loses him when he gets to the front door, and then I have that video, and then when he's sleeping.
Okay. Have you looked before that to see if he drove by at all prior to him?
I tried to find it, but these cameras, I don't have them hardwired, and so whenever they die so fast, and so I have a lot of gaps, days where, and then I went on vacation, and I think they died in that, and so I've been trying to keep up, and I just happened to change the battery out the night before. So I did try and look back and see if he was coming by, but I couldn't find anything. So I mean, I feel like I should probably get a restraining order. Does that be something to consider?
Well, here's the thing about restraining orders, is they're not enforceable by law enforcement. It's a civil action that if they violate, you gotta go back to the judge, and the judge told you in contempt, that's what they do.
Right.
So a protective order is the only thing that's enforceable by us.
I mean, what if y'all are gonna try and pick him up? Okay. But if when he gets out, they would contact me, right?
Yeah, I'll have to look at that to see for sure. Because typically protective orders are issued in domestic violence cases. If there's a stalking incident, then we may be able to get one as well. I could file for an emergency protective order. And when anytime he violates it, we can pick him up.
Immediately.
Right.
Without having a warrant on it.
Right. Do you have Bolden's number?
Yes. And 469-855-2785.
What about Jeremy's?
I don't have it. She would have. She probably wouldn't. So she's on the road today. She had to take some inmates down by Houston, so she probably won't be in the jail today. And then I know that guy Armstrong is working at Marco's Pizza.
Okay.
Because my friend, she knows somebody that's working there, and they put 2 and 3 together and found out that he's working there. But I don't know what it's going to take for him to stop. Like, you'd already think him losing his job here, and then, you basically told him I'm going to freaking kill him if he keeps playing around with me. And y'all making contact with him, I just don't understand.
We'll work on
And he's just getting weirder and weirder. Wearing suits and shit. Like,
Are you staying somewhere else now?
I have a house in Red Oak. So.
But that's a house he keeps coming to?
Yes.
Are you staying anywhere in the meantime? Or are you
No, I'm going back. I mean, at first, I've stayed at my mom's like the first time it happened, maybe even the second time, but last night, so I have a roommate, she just moved in, that's who's out there. She moved in 2 weeks ago when I went on vacation. She was in the process of moving in, so, I mean, I have her out there now, but she hasn't been there any time that he has came.
Well, I was just wondering, because I still got to get the warrant and find him, pick him up and stuff like that. I really need to talk to these other people, like I say.
Do you have to talk to them before you get the warrant?
No, I can go ahead and get the warrant, but I do need to follow up with them, so.
I mean, I ain't fixing to let him run me out of my house. Like, I need a holster for my gun so I can just keep, because I don't right now I just took the holster off my duty belt and was just taking, like carrying that back and forth, but I'm just gonna start carrying it on my person because it's just ridiculous.
Excuse me.
I'm not gonna let him running out of my house, so.
Yeah, well, let me work on this and I'll let you know what we end up with, okay?
Okay.
All right. Appreciate
Thank
coming
you.
out.